Can you, 5.1%.
Thank you. Could you run some geek numbers for us?
Right. Yes, 5.1%. All German malts. That's a rarity, of course, at this brewery, huh? And
never heard that before.
A melange of hops, primarily focusing on Citra, actually.
Oh,
late,
okay. Nice.
And early. And the other prominent player in here is also the Centennials, that give it that sort of leafy, black tea earthiness to it. We wanted this one to be very bright and refreshing, yet at the same time we wanted to hint at the terroir. Since you can't taste the water, and the water is such a prime component, not only in the ale but in the concept, we really sort of embrace the earthiness of those Centennial hops in order to sort of taste earthiness, get a sense of the earth. So I think, nice bright start to begin with, and then right into that dry earth quality to it. But I don't know. I've had more time to drink this than the rest of them. So some fresh opinions would be welcome at this time.
Actually, I'm still more interested on the concept angle right now.
Concept angle?
Yeah, the pale ale thing. Could you dig a little more on why pale ale? Why now?
Well, it's funny. When Steve German joined our organization...
That's funny right there.
Yeah, that is funny. 9 years ago, one of his comments to Rod and I was, "Boys, our next big offering is going to be a pale ale." So we just laughed at it at that point. At that time, it made no sense whatsoever. But again, that's I guess why I point out that the marketplace is constantly evolving and changing, and opportunities open up. And Lou, you know very well that here at Victory, we've been sort of on a tangent of trying to create very flavorful beers that aren't necessarily brain busters. Whether you call them session or low gravity beers, it's not been so much of a dogma for us, but it's been a point of focus. We have an audience that comes in here not always for beer. We have a family audience that comes in here for pizza, burgers, and wings with their family, and these are people that might be drinking, they might be leaving Miller Lite at home to come to Victory Brewing Company. So we're not trying to cater to them in any way.
Don't want to ignore them either.
We don't want to ignore them, right? So we want them to actually have a pleasant experience. And wow, we can actually have a pleasant experience too with low gravity, flavorful beers. And so, pale ale represents a step in the opposite direction of the triple imperial IPAs. And we're not trying to be contrarians by any means, but here in this environment, we see an opportunity to provide for a need that exists by making beers like this without sacrificing flavor. Albeit the flavor may be dialed back from where your standard beer advocate aficionado is. There's a place for beers like these, no doubt.
So let me ask you then, what's the significance of having the beer that commemorates your 15th anniversary be something that is so accessible?
That's a great question, Jim. It's sort of just happenstance. It's sort of the circumstances came together. We've been working on I would say the two are actually unrelated. That's the real answer.
This is a beer that came along when the clock hit 15?
It was timing more than anything. We scratched our heads and we were like, wait a second, we could probably put this out around our birthday.
Right.
So,
it's really an odd answer to what you termed a great question.
But by the refresh, you'd be honest one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you mean odd or lame?
Well, you also did your big nobody can get it bourbon barrel aged. Oh my God, let's fight over beer a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
So you didn't need to do that.
No, great point. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking that with the Dark Intrigue that as far as a 15th anniversary offering, right? That would say this is where we've been with Storm King, and this may be where we're heading with barrels and things like that. moving forward. And so kind of had that opportunity on the calendar almost at the same time this one did. So I wondered if you chose one or the other, if it just, like you said, it was happenstance. So.
Yeah, well, you know, this is going to have a bigger life than Dark Intrigue did, or at least for the first go around. So I think another concept that's often overlooked is sharing. You want to make, you know, our birthday's happening here in Downingtown, but we have fans and followers all over the United States. So you want to create experiences that are transportable. And packaged beer is a great way to do so. Whereas extremely limited edition packaged beers are not such a great way to share.
Right.
So we did want to make something that was going to be able to flow to a wider audience as part of it. And so it really is not a statement about, hey guys, you know, at 15 you don't have to go out there and push new barriers. But that said, you know, this is a pale ale that has never existed before. I mean, I don't know, you may have tasted others like it. Are there any other similarities that come to mind? I mean, we were not targeting any